Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Now, we're a little late tonight. I usually do this at 6 and it's 7:30 because I had a lot of stuff going on today, car repair wise. So, getting started a little late, but we're still going to do what we normally do here. So, if you've got any questions, remember, this is just an open chat. So, all you got to do is ask any question you want to ask, suggest whatever topic you want to suggest. You set the agenda, not me. So come on, ask what you want. Like I said, I'll try to address everything. Doesn't have to be car related, not car. Doesn't have to be gun related. I got car on the brain today, but I'll do my best to answer anything. If it's too technical or something I don't know, pay attention to the chat. Someone out there will probably know. So pay attention. Not only pay attention, participate, build a sense of community. That's another reason we do this. Is so that there's a place an hour a day where people can come and talk with like-minded individuals. They don't usually get that in their life. A lot of people don't have that. So let's get started. I usually like to start off by reading the name of people who have supported the channel by buying merchandise, but we didn't have any orders today or yesterday, so I got nothing to read. If you want to support the channel by buying merchandise, like this right here, Believeth, it's not gun related, but I also like Bigfoot, so there's some Bigfoot merch over there. There's Bigfoot gun merch over there too. So if you want to buy some merch like that, go on over to my website, TYMPpistolproject.com. You can get to my page where you can buy merchandise, my Shopify page. There's a link there. You can buy merchandise, support us through there. Or you can join Subscribestar or Patreon through that. Get yourself some cool patches like Deputy and Posse patches, and also, special categories have patches. Like on Patreon, you can get or Subscribestar, you can get the K9 patches, the series of those. On Patreon, you can get the Mickey Mouse. So go on over there, sign up, Patreon or Subscribestar, and help support the channel. Also, remember, this channel is restricted. So if you want to be up to date with what we're doing, keep track of what we're doing, and know when we have time changes like this, make sure you sign up. You can subscribe right here on this page. Hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell, that notification bell, and select all so you'll get notifications. Or you can go over to my YouTube channel page and do the same from there. There's also a link in the upper corner. And make sure you have notifications turned on for your channel. Also, if you want to buy custom patches to help support TYMP, like the Eeyore patch and the Fight Fascism patch, or the Don't Point Your Glock at Your Cock patch, and Phil loves you, but he will fuck you up patch. All that stuff. Go on over to Allen Anchor. There's a link in the upper corner of this video to that too, where you can buy some of the custom channel patches. I don't know if John Heasley ever found out why they canceled his order, but I'd like to know why they canceled his order. Maybe they just found him to be annoying. I don't know. But with that said, let's get to the questions. See if there's any questions coming in for today. Hopefully we'll get some, even though we're starting late. Today is the 20th. We got Salvador Verga chiming in, but he didn't say nothing. But he won't get Lyme disease. And remember, I challenge everyone, pay their tithe to Phil. $2 minimum. Anybody's here, pay your tithe to Phil. Don't be a freeloader. If you pay your tithe to Phil and you get Lyme disease or your trailer blown away with your baby or anything like that in it, by the time next time you come here, you'll get your money back. He's offering a guarantee. So if you don't want Lyme disease or your baby trailer blown away with your baby in it, and a myriad of other things too, go over, pay your tithe to Phil. Don't be a cheapskate. It helps the Pets and Vets program. We got Jason Thompson chiming in here. Says, I'll have to tune in tomorrow. I have to get up early for shuttle runs. I sent you a lot of videos. These cops need a year of general population. I watched some of the videos you sent today while I was sitting waiting at Les Schwab and at the other mechanic's place and stuff like that. So it gave me something to watch. But Jason Thompson paid his tithe, so he don't get Lyme disease. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and said, I'm not dead yet. SS topic. What is your car or truck gun and why? Well, I think we've done that one once, but we can do it again sometime soon. Because, not everybody's at the same chats, so it's okay to have repeats sometimes. Daniel Pent, the one who gave us all the knives, says, tithing to Phil, more knives on the way soon. Good, because I'm about out. I'm about out of them. That's the only thing helping cover our shortages right now is the knives. People donating to win a knife every night. If it wasn't for that, we'd be screwed right now. Do you prefer a fixed blade or a folding knife? Well, I prefer a fixed blade knife. I always prefer a fixed blade knife, my own personal preference. But folding knives give you so many more options as far as how you can carry them and how easy they are to carry and all this other stuff. So in the end, it comes down to, out of practicality, I usually have a folding knife. But I mean, if it was just like every day we were going to strap on just a big old knife on our belt, always fixed blade would be my way to go. Like a nice double-sided diver's knife or something. I like things like that. Let's see here. Where are we? Where did I get here? That was that Daniel Pennant or was that Don Mandrick? Where did I get that knife? The folding knife. Was that John Mandrick that asked me that? Where did I just pull that out? No, that was Johnny Mandrick. I was like, did I pull that question out of my ass? Where did that come from? But I know Johnny Mandrick asked us. Then we got Christian Carlson saying, I think I won't be diagnosed with ADHD. Oh, well. Well, I mean, are you sad that you're not Looney Tunes? It's not fun, trust me, being Looney Tunes. I'm not ADHD, but my sister ADHD. Well, it runs in our family. One of my brothers is highly autistic. My sister is ADHD out the ass. I'm just mildly autistic. My other brother's mildly autistic too. My mom's mildly autistic, but we just like to say she's just crazy and mean. Mean and crazy. That's her things. I think that's it for the super chats for now. Hopefully we'll get some more coming in here in a little bit. Let's move on to the emails. Oh, no, wait, I got some super chats on over here that I got to get to first. Daniel Pent says, howdy, everyone. Sorry, Yankums, I had to take a break from Subscribestar because I lost my job. Oh, that sucks. How's Django coming along for his surgery? We don't know yet. He was like a few pounds away from getting the surgery, but then it was wintertime and he gained a little bit more weight. He's losing weight now that it's summer again. So we're going to check him in at the end of August and see how he's doing, how his blood work is, and what his weight is then, and we'll know where we're going from there. But yeah, don't worry about the feed yourself. And by lost your job, do you mean cops have really cracked down on that corner or what? You know, the male prostitution gig ain't what it used to be. That's for sure. I'll tell you that right now. Used to be, even if you were old and ugly, you could still make a few bucks. But now, too many options. There's too many people in it. And online just makes it harder. I mean, you got all these kids these days making their money off selling their bodies. It's just either on OnlyFans or more. Where's their sense of shame? Then we got trailers looking for full trailers. He said, why do you say any gun control is an infringement when the Supreme Court has not said so? Because the Constitution says so. It says shall not be infringed, period. Doesn't say shall be just infringed a little bit. It says shall not be infringed. The Supreme Court says lots of things that are stupid depending on who's in charge at the time. I don't even trust the Supreme Court anymore. But the Second Amendment's pretty simple. And even the Supreme Court has on paper weighed in that most restrictions are unconstitutional and said they have to pass the historic test, but they just don't enforce it. They say it to make people happy, but then they don't enforce it. All right. I think that's that for them. So let's get over here. See if we got any emails. We got one from... Hold on. I didn't have a stroke. I was trying to get that. Teddy Two Gun says, 6-inch KKM barrel for my Glock G20. That's an awful long barrel sticking out there. Your gun looks like it's overexcited. You should paint that red. Let's see here. It's nice though. I like the Glock 20s. I have one. It's right there. As a matter of fact, I haven't had the guts to put it back in my car yet. After got a little rattled when my car being stolen. Share screen here. Let's see. Here's another. Shadow says I could have bought one of these in Alaska for $8,000. Really, really want to get one of these for driving in town. I don't know if it'd be the most comfortable driving around town car. Plus, I'd have to rig up something where I could sit up top and drive it. I wouldn't want to be down in it. It's got to be like a turret option for me. And then we got one more email, and it was from Frank Rodriguez, and he's talking about how a chef at Benihana pulls gun on waiter after being told he's cooking too slow. Yeah, well, the waiters don't get to tell you how to cook. Fuck off, you're a waiter. Shut up, waiter. You're not the chef. Let the chef decide how fast things need to cook. I've never been to a Benihana where they cooked very slow. I'll tell you that. So, all right. I think that catches us up with the emails. Now let me make sure we're still caught up over here, and then we'll get to the live chat. You're still caught up over there. Nothing coming in on the super chat front. Where were we? After 6 decades, Smith & Wesson is in production of the Model 41. Have you ever owned one? No, that's the 22, right? No, I've never owned one because I'm like, that is a big, heavy 22. It's just bulky and it's not lightest gun in the world. I'm just like, yeah, I don't care for it. That little Bobcat I'm giving away. Now that I can see that as a 22, but the 41, it makes the 1022 look like a mouse gun. Or not 1022, the 2245. Makes the 2245 look like a mouse gun. Got my numbers all freaked up there. Topic for tonight, how to carry your gun when guns are outlawed. Well, I don't know if we can do topics on how to break the law. I would never, ever, ever suggest breaking the law. I'm a good upstanding citizen who never breaks the law. Ever. I don't jaywalk or anything. I'm just squeaky clean. I mean, if you rub me, it goes squeak, 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 because I'm perfectly clean. I never would ever even suggest anybody doing anything that they shouldn't do. That's bad. That's being bad. I don't want people being bad. Pigar chimed in, only celebrities get Lyme disease. Oh, no. Lots of people get Peter DeBoner got Lyme disease. He got better. I mean, he paid his tithes to Phil, and Phil took mercy on him, and he got better. But it happens. I had a friend who had Lyme disease. I don't even know if she's still alive. She might be dead now. Come to think of it, I don't ever remember once hearing her say that she paid her tithes to Phil. I mean, like, granted, this was before I was Phil's prophet, but still. Where did I just lost my place? It jumped me down to the bottom. Let's see here. Is it worth getting the SIG P320? Well, if you want one, I would say, yeah. I mean, they're worthwhile guns, but I don't like striker-fired guns. But if you're someone that's okay with striker-fired guns, more power to you. But wouldn't want it. Sounds like Fort Jackson stand in formation at 5 a.m. Sweat just running off of you, not doing nothing. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't like it. A teenager in Marysville, Arizona, was stabbed to death by another classmate. I guess many schools don't check for weapons at the front door anymore. Well, most schools don't. Most schools just don't. And it's not really that risky because it's not really that big of a risk that most kids will have weapons at school. It's more of a risk that some crazy person will come in with a weapon, but that's very unlikely too. Kids don't usually bring weapons to school or anything like that. Well, I don't know. It might be the other way around, but still, neither of them are big risks. But in some areas, now there's some areas where I'm sure it's very risky. Kids are bringing a lot of weapons to school. But like here, it's just not much risk of it. I bought me an automatic knife today. How is that legal? But a switchblade isn't. It's the same thing. Well, it depends where you live. Most places where switchblades are illegal, so are automatic knives. So, I mean, it's I think the same thing, isn't it? I got to add money to my son's. How is sushi $93? Hold on. How is sushi almost $100? Let's see, I lost my plan. I just got a text saying, "Oh, I'm ordering sushi. It's 93 something." Caden wants me to put 93 something on his card for sushi. I'm like, how is sushi $93? Don't forget about Leonidas winning a knife. I didn't forget about it. I did it last night, and I even said that. Oh yeah, by the way, Leonidas won the knife because I accidentally signed this off last night. If you noticed, before I did the drawing, but I did the drawing and everything as if you all were watching. Forgot all and just did it. Didn't realize y'all weren't watching until it was too late. Tariffs is not a right answer. The answer I just got back from us is tariffs. I don't think that's right. Pissing me. People are pissing me off today. Everything's costing more. It's one of those days where you think, oh, this is going to cost this, and everything costs 10 times what you thought it was going to. It's just, I'm so over it, pissed. I'm going to start clobbering people here in a minute. Let's see. Just pissing me off. I swear to God. All right, let's get back to the conversation. Let's see. But yeah, I signed off last night. Don't order extra for your brother when he gets home tomorrow. I don't want. People are just draining me dry. All right, get back to the conversation so I don't get mad. You should interview a black person to discuss black people culture. If there's any black people want to come in and talk, fine. But I can talk about it if I want, especially if you're trying to talk about it and see what the problems are and talk about fixing them. Then you can ask black people's opinion on it, but it doesn't mean you can't talk about it just because there's not a black person in the conversation. If I want to sit here and talk about how do we help the Ukrainians, I don't got to wait till there's a Ukrainian in the room to talk about it. So, I asked, never got an answer. Oh, you asked, never got an answer. Andrew Avila got his knife. Thank you, sir. Yes. The last round that we've been doing, I haven't mailed out yet because I've only got a couple more knives left. So I'm going to wait till I give all those away too, so I can make one trip to the post office, one very expensive trip. Oh, and remember, during the chat tonight, at any time, if you want to weigh in on the after chat topic, the shooting the shit topic, the topic is how severe should the penalty be if a child gets a hold of your gun and injures themselves or another person with it? How severe should the penalties be for you? Even if you weren't even there, what do you think? Let me know in the YouTube super chat. We'll get to that in the after chat tonight. Time is waiting. We only got 4 minutes to Lyme disease. Justin Timberlake. I was like, I don't recognize. I know time is fleeting. Madness takes control. But I don't recognize Justin Timberlake songs. But he did get Lyme disease because he apparently pissed off Phil. Did you see the Dan Wesson Kodiak Sporting Systems was advertising today? Beautiful, but damn, it's expensive, almost $3,000. Well, yeah, I think it's got doesn't have ivory tusk grips and stuff on it. Those things are like $1,000 themselves. I didn't see the gun, but I'm thinking that's probably the one they're advertising, or not advertising, just showing. My new guilty pleasure is watching Magic the Gathering players have a total meltdown when their opponent dominates them with a single flipped over card. Yeah, I don't get that game. My kids both play it. In fact, Caden was at it right now. It's where he's coming back from picking up sushi. I don't get that game. I don't understand how people get so into that. But I was also, it's my generation though, because I'm early Gen X. Like I'm the first couple of years, first year of Gen X. So I'm at this stage where I was when video games came out. I was old enough that young enough I could still enjoy them a little bit, but I never got to where, hey, this is my life, video games. Because by the time they were like in console form, I was too old for them really. I never got into video games, and I never got into like role playing games like Magic Magic didn't exist, but like Dungeons and Dragons. I think I played one called Orcs and Ogres or something a couple of times, and I'm like, but just never ever really floated my boat, if you know what I mean. Have you ever collected any of those U.S. military staff officer 1911s? I don't remember who makes them, but I've seen a few in people's collection over the years. Nah, I've never done specialty guns like that one. It's really not my thing. $93 for sushi. Is it for 20 people? Four people. Like, how much fucking raw fish do we need? I don't eat the raw fish ones. I like the crab. I eat the crab ones. I think they're called the California roll. I think that's the only one I'll eat, and I put the sweet chili sauce on it. So I think we got a super chat came in over here from Kevin Payton. He paid his tithe to Phil, so he won't get Lyme disease, and said, "Hail Phil, I ordered a Smith 627. I need you to send me $1,000 since you're in the giving mood." I ain't got no $1,000 to give nobody. I just had to pay $100 for sushi. And I had to pay like $800 for car repairs today. Then I'm going to pay probably another $150 to give to the line tomorrow. I was going to do that today, but I'd take it back to them, leave it with them, and then tomorrow they're going to take it to Les Schwab and leave it and get the tires aligned, wheels aligned. I think it's not the fact of not being diagnosed. It's the belief something is wrong, but not knowing what. Well, maybe it's anxiety, or maybe it's just you've got a poor attention span, or maybe it's all kinds of things it can be. Maybe you just need therapy. Sometimes you don't have to have an actual diagnosable condition. Sometimes you just need therapy. It's nothing wrong with needing a little therapy. Helps people a lot. It usually just helps people work through their own issues. Is what therapy usually does, because usually in your back of your head, you know what you need to do. Sometimes it just takes someone else to help you realize what you need to do. Ghost Shadow just chimed in and said, "Did you see the radioactive shrimp from Indonesia?" I don't know if I saw it or not. I saw were they selling it in Walmart? Is that what you're talking about? Because I did see that Walmart had radioactive shrimp, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would eat shrimp from Walmart anyway. I'd probably eat shrimp I bought off the side of the road before I eat shrimp I bought from Walmart. And also, I don't like shrimp. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big seafood fan. I wish I liked seafood. Excuse me. I like crab legs. And I like I like bouillabaisse. I like clam chowder. I like seafood chowder. I like fish stew. I like things like if it's in a base or a soup or chowder or something like that, I'm fine with it then, but I don't eat like scallops or calamari or shrimp or really even fish much unless it's like baked, like unless it's fried cod or something. Like bitter battered and fried. I like that. Halibut, cod. But I'm just not a seafood fan. Definitely not a big shrimp fan. And definitely not a shrimp from Walmart fan. If you knew half the deals Walmart makes to get cheaper meat and stuff, oof, cheaper fruits and vegetables. I watched a documentary once about how some of the manufacturers make their deals with Walmart. That some of the stuff they get is stuff that was at other stores first and was there too long. And they're like, well, it's within 3 days of expiration, so we won't sell it. So they repackage it at Walmart. I'm like, ew. Your kid should ask Phil for sushi money. Phil don't work that way. He don't give out money just for nothing. He's kind of a cheapskate. It had G10 grips, not mammoth ivory. Then why would let me go look and see if I can see which one you're talking about. Let me go to Instagram. Is that what you were talking? Was it on Instagram? Instagram. Let's see here. Notifications. Let's see if I see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. I bet that's it. Let's see. He tagged me in a post. Oops, I just clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. Oh, no, that was Rob Z tagged me. Where's Sporting Systems? I'm surprised they put anything up today. Their internet was down. Let me see if I can find them here. Hold on. Where's the fucking search on this thing? There it is. Sporting Systems. It's not showing them. No results for Sporting Systems. Huh. Maybe it wasn't on Instagram. Maybe that's why I'm not finding it. All right. You didn't have to pay $100 for sushi. Tell them to wash dishes. I don't think they let you do that. They have dishwashers usually. Calamari. Phil is listening, said Pigar. Well, yeah, I don't eat calamari. He probably does. That's a squid, not an octopus. So Phil will probably eat a squid, I would say. I don't think they're even buddies, squids and octopuses. Octopuses, they don't got enough legs. They're not one of us. Where are we at? How am I doing? Where are we caught up at? Let me get over here, make sure we got all the super chats that they believe we do. Yes, we're still caught up. Yes, trying to track it all down. I don't know what that was about. But it looks like we're out of questions. We ran out of questions early tonight. Well, we don't have a whole lot of people. There are like under 100 people here right now because we went really, really late. So let me make sure I've not missed anything in emails. I don't see anything that I've missed in emails. We'll go ahead and shut her down and we'll do the shooting the shit if we got enough people weighing in, but we ain't got nearly enough people weighing in yet. The topic was, if you want to weigh in, if you want to do a shooting the shit episode, topic was, what should be the penalty? How harsh should it be if a child gets a hold of your gun and harms themselves or someone else? What should the penalty for you be? How harsh do you think it should be? What kind of liability should that be? Let me know what you think via the YouTube super chat. Octopus and squid, same religion. I don't know if they are same religion. Like one of them's got 6, others got 8. I don't think there's a lot of, I think squid got more in common with cuttlefish than they do octopuses. Octopusi? I don't know. How would you say that? Octopuses or octopusi? I don't know. Track it all down, probably talking about the glow in the dark shrimp. Oh, he's trying to track it down? Oh, they're trying to track it all down. Okay. I was like, say, they put him on the job? I bagging him out there with a Geiger counter looking around for shrimp. You're probably not going to find many out like on the street or anything, but You might find some in the stores. Do you use one type of 1911 mag for all your 1911s, or do you have a bunch of different types of factory mags? Well, I have a bunch of different types of factory mags, but usually for my 1911s, I usually, unless the manufacturer makes great mags, I usually get Chip McCormick or, oh God, what's the other one I always get? Can't think of the name right now. Chip McCormick's my go-to, but there's another one that I also like. And I can't think of the name right this minute. I am blanking. Yeah. Octopi are smart, and squids are stupid. I think squid are more along the lines of fish. Black man wants in where? And the chat's open to everybody, so I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see here. I think that's it for today. I'm not seeing anything else come in. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it, even though we were late. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Till then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.